Welcome, everyone, to what appears to be a veritable winter wonderland. The snow is falling, providing a great backdrop for this game, and it just looks like football when the snow's coming down. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tar Heels offense will start this game off. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early. And, David, you're looking...
He's off to the races. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
The Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Johnson looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Quickly complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, UNC! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive.
Number 37, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
And the offense will take over. First and
a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
And he is stuffed, and I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it, the only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
How do you not respect the big things? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here comes the option. still on his feet at the 45. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He breaks a tackle. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Second down.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. He'll ride his man on the option. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. He lets it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And it's perfect. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for space. It's Hampton. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. On the move, it's Mason. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Offense getting set for first down. The option look. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. On the option. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
At the 37-yard line. Now, 4th down.
It would have been a 54-yarder if they'd tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. Try to get it on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. In plus territory, not really much of a decision to make there. They had to go for it, and it paid off.
Yeah, they know points are going to be at a premium in this game, so they're going for it here, no doubt. Nice job picking up the first and now putting a lot of pressure on this defense.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Goes to the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. They'll run the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Quarterback will keep it. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground, get what you can get, and live to play another day.
Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He caught it! Gets it in there for the touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Finds his man. It's Hampton. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They're working that left side. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play. They'll immediately call timeout. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Ross. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third short, what they like third medium, third long. Great job by the offense having success. Now, it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
They'll throw it on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Ann Arbor. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll run the option. Across the 25, he's got room. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
Now on first down from the 28. On the option. At the 40, there he goes. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
The fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Fights off the defender. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Ready to fire from the pistol. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Smith. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He'll toss it. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
for a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
And the Tar Heels in the hurry-up. On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle, it's Blackwell. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now on the option. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
Pickup of 6. Second down.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Here comes the offense on second down. Big fullback's got it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Now facing a third and long. On the option. Now the toss. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one.
Returner goes out of bounds.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Johnson wants to throw it. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. I would call this punt formation, but these guys don't always punt it. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Fullback's got it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
With the carry. Gain of 4. Brings up 2nd down.
Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Give to the fullback. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.